Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the graduation of the Georgia Southwestern State University class of 2014.
You may be seated. Good morning, students, faculty, staff, parents, friends, and special guests. Welcome to Georgia Southwestern State University and this 2014 Fall Commencement ceremony. As many of you know, I am retiring at the end of this month, so this means this is probably the last graduation ceremony over which I will preside. So for me, this graduation is extra special, and by extension, you, the graduates, are also extra special. Today, in some ways, this is an ending for me, but it's a new beginning for all of you. Today, as you graduate and receive your diplomas, you'll be walking through a portal that will take you into the next phase of your life. You have studied, you have learned, and most importantly, you have persisted and now join the ranks of the college educated. We wish you well as you now put your education to work, whether you're going to graduate school, enrolling in professional school, or taking a position in the real world. Our faculty and staff have worked hard to teach, groom, and prepare you to succeed. Now, it's up to you to demonstrate that they have done a good job, and I am confident you will. So congratulations. At this time, I would like to recognize some special guests who are seated off to my right. First of all, Mr. Emery Parker, a lifetime trustee with the GSW Foundation, and his wife, Lynn. Also, Ms. Kathleen Tucker, a member of the Alumni Board. Mr. Mark Pace, who is the chairman of the GSW Foundation Board. Also, Mrs. Eloise Pascal, who is a trustee of the GSW Foundation. Also want to recognize another very special guest, and that's Mrs. Amy Huckaby, who is the wife of our speaker. And finally, my most special guest, my wife, Dr. Connie Blanchard. So again, welcome.
Good morning. Chancellor Huckaby, President Blanchard, faculty and staff, invited guests, and graduates. Welcome to fall graduation. It is an honor to stand before you this morning and deliver the reflection. When thinking about what to reflect upon, a poem came across my Facebook news feed, of all places. I found this poem to fit the mood of the season and of graduation. This poem struck me as appropriate because today, graduates, these lessons from a Christmas tree might speak directly to you. Lessons from a Christmas Tree by Jane Lee Logan. Be a light in the darkness. Show others that GSW provided the light that you need for your career. We all fall over sometimes. During your college days, a fall might have occurred, but you are here today, ready to graduate. You can never wear too much glitter. Today is your day to shine. So wear as much glitter as you desire. You deserve it. You have achieved a milestone in your life, graduation. Bring joy to others. Whatever your chosen field, whatever job you land, always smile and always bring joy to others. Your college days were better because of joy. Sparkle and twinkle as often as possible. Always bring out the best and let the good light shine. And above all, it's okay to be a little tilted. We all beat to a different drum, and that is okay. It takes all of us to make the world go round. So remember the lessons from the Christmas tree. Be a light in the darkness. We all fall over sometimes. You can never wear too much glitter. Bring joy to others. Sparkle and twinkle as often as possible. It's okay to be tilted. Congratulations on reaching this milestone. Keep reaching for the stars. You never, ever know what or where you will end up. One day, it might be right here, addressing a group of graduates. Always learn from everything, not just your Christmas tree. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Dr. Megginson, and the various choirs that participated in giving us that beautiful rendition. It's my great pleasure to recognize the award winner for the Excellence and Commitment to Teaching Award. This is a highly prestigious award given out every year, sponsored by the GSW Alumni Association. This year's award is presented to Dr. Courtney McDonald. Dr. McDonald. Well, in absentia, Dr. McDonald, she is the Assistant Professor of Sociology and Criminal Justice, and we are very proud to have her as a member of our faculty. Thank you.
At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce our commencement speaker, Chancellor Henry M. Huckaby, affectionately known as Hank. Chancellor Huckaby was appointed by the Board of Regents to his current position in May of 2011, and today is responsible for overseeing the 31 colleges and universities that make up the university system of Georgia, and that is no small task. But he came to the job with the right experience as a professor, a college and governmental administrator, and a state legislator. Professor Huckaby has taught and served as an administrator at both private and public institutions. He's held several important governmental positions and has also served in the Georgia House of Representatives, representing District 131. Hank Huckaby is a dedicated public servant who has invested heavily in the communities where he has lived and worked. He has on many occasions been recognized for his dedication to service. Mr. Huckaby is a graduate of Young Harris College, where he now serves as a trustee. He has a master's degree from Georgia State and has done other post-baccalaureate work at the University of Georgia. During his tenure as chancellor, Mr. Huckaby has instituted a variety of new programs and overseen many major changes in the university system of Georgia. Most importantly, he has helped to strengthen the bond between the system and the state legislature. One of the things I appreciate most about the Chancellor is that he's a friend of Georgia Southwestern. From the beginning, he has shown a great interest in what we do here and made sure that the Regents do not forget about us. So today is a special day for several reasons. In the first place, it's a real treat for me to be able to entertain and introduce my boss. Secondly, today is Chancellor Huckaby's birthday, and I am sure all of us wish him a happy birthday. And we're grateful that he has agreed to share this special day with Georgia Southwestern and its graduates. So at this time, it is my distinct honor to introduce our 2014 commencement speaker, my friend and colleague, Chancellor Huckaby.
Well, thank you, Kendall, for that very kind and gracious introduction. Attending commencement ceremonies, believe it or not, is one of my favorite duties and responsibilities. I'm always privileged to be invited to be the commencement speaker because you, the graduates sitting before me, is what we are all about. So I am delighted, my wife and I both are delighted to share this opportunity, this celebration with you. I do want to take 1 minute, though, here at the beginning. As Kendall has already said, this is his last hurrah here at Georgia Southwestern. I would be remiss if I didn't express to you and to him in your presence how much we in the university system, family, and the Board of Regents have appreciated his leadership and dedication to Georgia Southwestern. He and Connie both came here almost 8 years ago on what was supposed to be a very short-term assignment. But because of the skills, the commitment, the energy that he showed during that time, the Board of Regents wisely offered him the permanent position. And he has served this school, this community, and this state in an exemplary fashion. I would ask you to join me in recognizing Kendall Blanchard and his wife Connie for their service to this community and school. Now, I know from personal experience what a truly wonderful occasion this day is. It's a time of great joy and happiness, and to some of you, particularly parents, unadulterated relief. It finally got here. I've been both a graduate and a parent on a prior occasion such as this, and I think the relief really is appreciated and perhaps deserved even more by some of the parents who have already seconded my motion. And right now, the graduating class may be wondering just how long I'm going to talk. So I'll keep in mind that I'm the only thing standing between you graduates and your diplomas. I also remember that the legend has it that the first commencement speech happened at Harvard several hundred years ago, and it lasted some 10 or 12 hours. And it was given in both Latin and Greek, and there were exams afterwards. I assure you, I barely speak English, so there will be no multilingual presentations this morning. Art Buchwald had this to say. Some of you in this audience, like me, may be old enough to remember who Art Buchwald was. He was a well-known humorist, and reportedly he told graduates, "As you can clearly see, we are leaving you a pretty perfect world. Don't screw it up." And he sat down. Contrast that to Kurt Vonnegut, who said, "Everything is going to become unbelievably worse and will never get better again." And then he walked off the stage. Well, I don't embrace either of those extremes, but they do represent some views of the world. I have a different one. We are certainly not handing you a perfect world, graduates. In fact, many would consider the world of today to be something of a mess. Kendall and I were talking about this last night. There are tremendous challenges. But that doesn't mean that we agree with Kurt Vonnegut either. His message reminds me of a book from the 1960s called The Population Bomb, written by a biology professor at Stanford University named Paul Ehrlich. Paul predicted huge worldwide food shortages during the 1970s that would cause hundreds of millions of people to starve to death. He also forecast that during the 1970s, all important animal life in the sea would die, creating such a stench that would trigger large-scale evacuations along the world's coastlines. Of course, that didn't happen. However, at the 30,000-foot level, he actually had a real point. Among the greatest ongoing challenges our world continues to face are feeding a growing world population and preserving our natural environment at the same time. Yet, as I look out at this group of graduates today, it's easy to see where Ehrlich got it all wrong. He was totally focused on natural resources that he failed to take into account human resources, much like you. Each of you has a talent and ingenuity that enables you to solve problems, to come up with new ideas, to invent new technologies. And when you do that, you shift the colored bits in the kaleidoscope of life, and the picture is transformed. The second thing that Ehrlich did not understand, that I also see reflected in you, is that the human spirit is not so easily quenched. Coming up with the solutions and ideas to meet the challenges facing our world is not an easy task. If it were, someone would have already done it, and we would have that mostly perfect world that Art Buchwald spoke of. But a defining aspect, a characteristic of humans, is that we're persistent. If we fail, we pick ourselves up and try again. What's more, we have the capacity to treat our failures as practice runs and learn from them. So that when we try again, we approach the problem from a different perspective, or we come up with plan B or plan C or plan D or even plan E, if that's what it takes. Today, you graduates are Georgia's most important resource for the future. We need you to use the power of your education to help us meet the challenges that lie before us. However, there are a couple of important considerations I suggest to bear in mind as you undertake this task. First, the degree you receive today does not mark the end of your education. It is only an important milepost along the way. The world around us is changing rapidly, and the approaches and solutions that succeeded in the past can no longer be counted on to work in the future. So it is essential that you never stop learning. Beyond teaching you the subject matter of your chosen degree, the real aim of this institution and the university system of Georgia has been to prepare you for lifelong education. Our goal has been to teach you not just to complete assignments, but to learn, not just to take tests, but to solve problems, not just to memorize, but to think, and not just to come up with the right answers, but to ask the right questions, and not just to work hard, but to work smart. Obviously, these are skills that your future employers will value and require in you. But it is important to also understand that earning by itself is not living. So the second consideration is to use the knowledge and skills you gained here at Georgia Southwestern State University to discern and focus on the things that will give your life meaning and value. Your goal should not be merely to have more, but to be more. President Lyndon Johnson talked about the critical balance where the meaning of our lives matches the marvelous products of our labor. When each of you uses your education not only to serve your own best interests, but also to serve the best interests of your community, then you will indeed transform this community. And the difference you make will radiate out to help change Georgia, change the United States, and even change the world for the better. And finally, I encourage you to honor and sustain another balance point in your life. Even as you immerse yourselves in your careers, and in transforming your communities. Balance those endeavors with time for your families and the others you love. Those close personal ties are among the greatest treasures of life, and they will help keep you grounded. Each of you graduates has tremendous potential to make Georgia and the world a better place. And we look forward to following your careers and celebrating the achievements that lie ahead of you. Our future, my future, depends upon them. Again, congratulations on this special day, and please accept my best wishes in all that you do, and may Godspeed always be your guide. Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you, Chancellor Huckaby. We are delighted to have your family and friends here to celebrate this important achievement and want to be sure that each graduate receives full recognition in today's ceremony. While we welcome well-deserved applause, loud cheers and noisemakers create disruptions that often drown out the names of other graduates walking across the stage. Every GSW graduate has worked diligently for this day and deserves to hear his or her name read as the degree is awarded. So we ask, please help us celebrate all our graduates with the respect and dignity they have earned. In addition, we respectfully ask that you wait until all our graduates have recessed from the convention hall before exiting the stadium. Thank you. Now, the fields of study at Georgia Southwestern State University are grouped under 5 academic units, each chaired by an academic dean. It is my pleasure at this time to recognize these deans who will assist in the presentation of candidates for their degrees. And please hold your applause till they're all introduced. Dr. Liz Wilson, Dean of the School of Business Administration. Dr. Boris Peltzberger, Dean of the School of Computing and Mathematics. Dr. Sandra Daniel, Dean of the School of Nursing. Dr. Rachel Abbott, Interim Dean of the School of Education. And Dr. Kelly McCoy, Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences. Georgia Southwestern State University provides the following master's degrees: Masters of Arts in English, Master of Business Administration, Master of Science in Computer Science, Master of Science in Education, and Master of Science in Nursing. Will the candidates for these degrees please rise? Mr. President, on behalf of the faculty of Georgia Southwestern State University, I present for the conferring of degrees those candidates standing here before us and whose names are in the printed program who have satisfactorily completed all requirements for their degrees.
By the powers vested in me by the Board of Regents, University System of Georgia, I hereby confer upon you the master's degree with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereunto.
Candidates, you will now come forward in the order of your school or college. College of Arts and Sciences, Master of Arts in English, Dean Kelly McCoy, Assistant. Paul Owen Farr. Helen McKinney Hunt. School of Business Administration, Master of Business Administration, Dean Liz Wilson, assisting. Mengdi Fang. Shavaria F. Gaines. Renfang Go. Robert Brett Garcia. Latoya Stackhouse Marshall. Joshua Andrew Roberts. Zhongyi Shaw. Yuan Tao. John William Wilder. School of Computing and Mathematics, Master of Science, Dean Boris Peltzberger, assisting. Abdullah Hadi Asheri. Sachin Banga. Frederick Antoine Glenn. Lori Sue Harnest. Joni Marie Johnson. Nahum Keita. Sachin Himanshu Mehta. Andrew Milton Palmer III. Sandip Jitinkarmoor Patel. Ishan Kamlesh Savdekar. School of Education, Master of Education, Interim Dean Rachel Abbott assisting. India Sambria Adams. Elise Nicole Barry. Amber Annandale Brown. Brianna Dante Cunningham. Megan Elise Guzman. Latasha Latrice Harris. Latria Monique Harris. Ashley McDaniels. Kayla Cherie Rogers. Jordan Janine Waller. School of Nursing, Master of Science in Nursing, Dean Sandra Daniel assisting. Brittany Amanda Faircloth. Melissa Wynn Johnson. Georgia Southwestern State University provides the following baccalaureate degrees: Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Business Administration, Bachelor of Science in Education, and Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Will the candidates for these degrees please rise? Mr. President, on behalf of the faculty of Georgia Southwestern State University, I present for the conferring of degrees those candidates standing before us and whose names are in the printed program who have satisfactorily completed all requirements for their degrees.
By the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the University of Florida, I hereby confer upon you the bachelor's degree with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereunto.
And except for the first row, candidates may be seated until your marshal indicates it's time for you to stand. College of Arts and Sciences, Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Bachelor of Science, Dean Kelly McCoy assisting. Sarah Elizabeth Albritton. Latanya Tumika Anderson Davis. Shawana Maria Anderson. Clara Dixie Lee Austin. Joshua Wayne Barnes. Chloe Ann Batten. Cameron Shane Baxter, magna cum laude. Ashley Michelle Bratcher, cum laude. Yatiria Zetrina Brooks. Jametta L. Clark. Michael William Coffey. Lauren Denise Collier, magna cum laude. Jessica Elizabeth Collins. Elizabeth Renee Craddock. Amanda Lee Crenshaw. Jacole Shanice Drawn. Davis Elkins Duffy. Jonathan Wata Dean. Jeremy Dwayne Ellenberg. Nathan Lawrence Gilchrist. Adrian Latrice Holoman. Daniel Eric Holt. Aniko Alexandria Sabbath Horn. Andre Vaughn Ivy. Zadie Erica James. Cynthia Denise Johnson. Melissa Ray Jones, summa cum laude. Daniel Sidney Landreth, magna cum laude. Quentin Dupree Lonan. Sven Magiris. Allison Jean McCarter. Charles Wilson McUlrath. Mercedes Juanquita Miller. Alvida Lynette Milner. Lucas Caleb Money, cum laude. I need your card. Your card?
No, I left it in my seat. Magna cum laude and gamma beta phi.
What's your name?
Rebecca Catherine Money.
Rebecca Catherine Money. Crystal Monette Neal. Natalie Lynn Owens. Alejandro Palacio. Jessica Martha Recker. Hannah Elizabeth Ruiz. Sarah Ann Sapp. Megan Renee Scott. Brett Alexander Shiver. Xavier Jaquan Sims. Christopher Brandon Stokes. Janine Whitney Thomas. Mary Cecilia Thornborough. Susanna Jane Turner, magna cum laude. Cassandra Elizabeth Tooten. School of Business, Bachelor of Business Administration, Dean Liz Wilson assisting. Christopher Scott Baker. Ryan Keith Barnes. Megan Latrice Bellflower. Henry Bell. Sarah Arlene Black. Brandon Lee Branham, cum laude. Megan Julissa Cantrell. Joanna S. Coachman. Brittany Page Danielle. John Peter Delvoye. Kevin Robert Diaz. Jennifer Krista Dillard. Amanda Nicole Dodson. Nathaniel Dalton Gammon. Carmen Yvette Grant. Liveda Christina V. Harris. Shireen Letitia Hiley. Jeff Wesley Hauser. Joy Shea. Michael C. Hurley. Ashley Ann Johnson. Melinda Elaine Jones. Samantha Nicole Jones. Kamisha Sequita Jordan. Lauren Page Kennedy. Erica Monique Keaton. Julie Davis Landrum. Oprah Maria Leach. Amanda Willis Lowe. Anthony Adam Matthews. Robert Alexander Mayer, Jr. Milton McGee. Jasmine Nicole McLegan. Kristen Elise Mims, cum laude. Anton Walter Moreno. Hamilton Clay Morris. Jessica Marie Neely. Kyle Newton Nobles. Alicia Leanne Noel. Joseph Oru. Donnie Ryan Parker. Latakia Chantel Presley. Shauna Nicole Price, cum laude. Wanda Sue Price, magna cum laude. Hugh Lewis Puckett, Jr. Kishana Denise Robinson. Katie Scarlett Royale. Sebastian Eugene Savage. Danielle William Schuster. Emily Louisa Self. Tammy L. Taylor. Michael Scenario Tompkins. Cameron Paul Tompkins. Sarah Ann Tucker. Callie Nicole Welch. Rebecca Tatum Whitley, magna cum laude. Shalonda Williams McClinton. Tyree Jamar Williams. Joseph Alexander Willis. April Chanel Yearby. School of Computing and Mathematics, Bachelor of Science, Dean Boris Peltzberger, assisting. George Jonathan Bankitis II. Whitley Kyle Falk. James Corey Lamb. Reginald S. Miles. Rosaline Chikeze Samuel. Trevor Ryan Sellers. Jonas Benjamin Thomas. Rayana Patrice Williams. School of Education, Bachelor of Science in Education, Interim Dean Rachel Abbott assisting. Courtney Danielle Alford, cum laude. Christy Hope Blanton. Hallie Louise Browning. Oticia J. Burden. Holly Charmaine Busey. Brittany Lynn Carrington, cum laude. Beth Ann Casey. Ashley Dean Clifton. Heather Marie Coleman. Lisa Marie Espino. Joshua Robert Gurley. Keani C. Halton. Brittany Sue Hathaway. Bryant Lee Hayes. Chelsea K. Hodges. Macy N. Hutchison. Melody Olivia Johnson. Cassandra Latrice Lewis Winchester. Mackenzie Martin. Whitney Lynn McDuffie. William James Myers, Jr. Mikeland Teresa Newberry, magna cum laude. Hannah Ray Odom. Sarah Catherine Parker. Chandler Theron Patterson. Shaquila Quante Peak. Karen Louise Price, magna cum laude. Sherneko Revel. Catherine Elaine Roselle, cum laude. Julie Cuff Colbreth Riles. Courtney Marie Simpson. Shanika Lachey Smith, cum laude. Matthew Robert Spangenberg. Jared Stephen Taylor, cum laude. Catherine Ann Tuggle, magna cum laude, Gamma Beta Phi. Lauren Brittany Waddell. Elizabeth Luttrell Waldron. Robert Matthew Weaver. Justin Henry White. Patricia Yvonne Williams. Stephanie Rebecca Wright. School of Nursing, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Dean Sandra Daniel assisting. Shantria Dion Alexander. Ibua Jennifer Asoro. Angela Nicole Crawford. Allison Hopkins Davis. Lydia Leah Dyke. Quentin Eugene Glass. Lanika Towan Golfin. Richard Allen Green. Tracy Lachelle Horn. Barbara Jean Hunter. Tracy Rogers Moore. Nicole Rivera. Tracy Renee Russell. Brandy Michelle St. John. Let's congratulate all these graduates.
As I do at every graduation, I want to remind all the graduates that while yours is a great accomplishment, you didn't do it by yourself. You had a lot of help. There are a lot of people in the audience that I want to recognize. Would all the parents, spouses, children, friends of the graduates who are here today stand and let the graduates recognize you. Of course, the other important group, faculty and staff. Would all faculty and staff, GSW, please stand up and let the graduates recognize you. Again, congratulations to the class of 2014.
As president of the Alumni Association, I'm honored to be a part of this occasion. I'd like to congratulate the class of 2014 on this special day. You represent our belief that education coupled with hard work and service to others will truly make a difference in this world. As you sat down today, you should have noticed a small book of it from our alumni called A Word As You Go. Please take time to read these quotes and advices from our alumni. Please remember that once you move out into the world that you come back to our website, update your profile and let us know what's going on and give us a quote for future publications. Each of you have reached yet another goal in your life. You chose your own path at your own pace, but with one goal in mind, graduating. This was not an easy task. It was built on hard work, dedication, and commitment. You were aided along the way by family, friends, your teachers, and the resources of this great university. As you leave today, I hope that you will remember the investment of time and resources while on this campus, the friends that you have made, and the memories that will go with you for life. Please take every opportunity to stay in touch with your friends and teachers and connect with the school as you go forward. Utilize the resources of this education. You know you have new goals, new challenges, and I know that each of you will face them with the same commitment and dedication that brought you to this point in time. William Shakespeare said, "It is not in the stars of our destiny, it is within ourselves." Your future starts today. It's your time, your destiny. Now, as president of the Georgia Southwestern University Alumni Association, it gives me great privilege and proud to congratulate you and recognize you as alumni of Georgia Southwestern University, State University. Godspeed.
Please stand and join in singing the alma mater printed on the back of your program. Hail to thee, our foster mother, praise to thee we bring, of thy teaching altruistic, lovingly we sing.